Hi and welcome back to Beautiful Things and Memories vlog, where we find the beauty in things even though things are messy. And the number one thing that I found to be beautiful this week is that I got into the mindset of being queen. When you're just in a stressful kind of situation, you need to practice actually reminding yourself that you are queen, that you can do this, and this is what a queen does. And so yeah, that's just a little exciting hack for all of us. So in another slightly related note, I'm going to talk to you this week about how to recharge from creating content. And this is also based on the blog post that I made on my website, or that I wrote on my blog. I talk here about the law of conservation of energy, which states that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be converted or transmuted. And what this means is we can't create energy, right? We can't create, by law, we can't create or destroy energy. We can only convert it from the things around us or from the people around us. So, for example, to get energy, you need to sleep, right? So, you're doing something that converts energy back into you. In order to get energy, you might take a walk in nature because that's very calming and grounding. And so, I think that's what the law of conservation of energy means. And I started this blog post by talking about that because I wanted to talk about energy and the things that I did for that week, for that particular week when I wrote the blog post. And the first thing that I wanted to talk to you about is that we need to put in the effort. And in this blog post, I mentioned the things that I learned from the week. First thing that I learned was that I needed to put in effort during special occasions. So for short, I needed to celebrate things. I actually wrote this on my journal to actually be more creative when it comes to celebrating special occasions, because these occasions just happen once a year, right? It doesn't happen very often. And so it makes sense that we actually put in some effort when we try to celebrate these things. And also the thing about celebrating for other people also and for yourself is that you're trying to establish foundations for your relationships, right? And you try to put in some effort for them, for other people. You're trying to show them they matter for you. The second lesson that I learned was related to my first lesson, which is to batch create content before these special occasions, so that you could also be present while celebrating for other people or for yourself. In order to be present, you have to actually batch create the content that you're making, because when you're creating content or when you're a content creator, your content has to go out regularly, right? We all know that. And so in order for them to go out regularly, we need to batch them up first. Third lesson was to take time to recharge by doing self-care. So what I do for myself when I do self-care is I try to meditate, and then I try to journal and to do yoga. And these things are actually all good, but if you're not able to do them, then it's also great. It's also a very good idea to actually be kind to yourself, to forgive yourself if you're not able to do all the things that you plan to do. It's not just about creating task lists, and it's not just about checking tasks off the task list. It's also about actually giving yourself that time and space to be kind to yourself. And that's also one way to actually recharge. The fourth lesson that I learned is to take time to play and cuddle with your loved ones. And so I like playing and cuddling with my loved ones, especially their kids, and especially if they're kids at heart, because when you try to spend time with them, you convert energy back to yourself, right? You're more inspired to do the work that you want to do, and you're more productive along the way. Although it seems like you're not being productive because you're not spending on the things that actually make you productive, but spending time with them is a very win-win situation for them and for you also. And the fifth, is it the fifth already? I'm not sure. The fifth lesson that I learned for that week was to believe that your desires are manifesting. So there is a reason why you desire what you desire. There is a reason for your desires. As Amanda Francis would say, it was put there on your heart for a reason. It wasn't just there because, out of the blue you desired this or that. What I'm trying to say here is, if you want to be this or that kind of person, if you try to imagine it, if you try to feel yourself into actually already being that person in another dimension or reality, as I keep talking about, then it is already happening there. You just have to attract it into your current reality, and it's already manifesting. It's already manifesting. Important thing to remember about this is, once you feel into the feelings of being that kind of person that you really desire to be, then you get much more inspired to take action right on that particular moment, or you get more inspired to actually continue to do the work that you want to be doing. And then the sixth lesson for that week was to connect with people. So I got cut off because my partner called. Anyway, I hope this relates to what I was talking about. So the sixth lesson that I learned from that week is to connect with people. And as always, we all know, right, that when we connect with people, we get more energy back. Even though if we're introverts, if we connect with ourselves, you get energy back, right? So we are also people, so that includes ourselves. If you connect with yourself or with other people, especially if you're an extrovert, then you get energy back. You are able to recharge, because I think the overarching theme here is that you're able to step away from your work for some time, right? Step away from your work and actually connect with people, with things, with the nature, with things that actually nurture you and actually feed your soul, if you know what I mean. So much of what we do as multi-passionate content creators is done by us. All of the work that we do is based on how we take care of ourselves also and take time to recharge. If we don't take care of ourselves, then it's quite hard for us to actually create content that is inspired and that can help others as well. And so that was my way of actually to step back a little. So I'm just going to wrap up things here because this is getting to be a little more tangenty than usual. And I hope you gained some insights from this vlog, and if it helped you, I hope you comment something down below if you want. Thanks for watching. Take care. Hi, it's me again, Lynn, and I created a product called Digital Content Creation for Multi-Passionate Creators. And it's for you if you're feeling like you're stuck because you're not clear as to what your foundations are, if you want to start creating content online, if you don't know how to talk about your content in a way that's heart-led and intuitive. This ebook is for you. I take you through not just technical aspects of creating a site, podcast, and vlog, but also content coaching. And this is for you, especially if you're multi-passionate, because we have so many different goals and sometimes they're not related, and sometimes we lack clarity and focus. We don't find enough time to go for the projects that we have. I hope you get a copy of it, and if you do, message me. I'd like to thank you personally. Thank you if you've already bought it, and if you haven't yet, check it out. I hope it helps you.